Welcome! We'd like to introduce you to an exciting new feature in Foundation Search Canada, Analytics. Analytics is simply the process of getting useful information to the important questions you have from data. Questions like, who are the top foundations by number of grants in the latest reporting year to health in Ontario? Which education recipient organizations in British Columbia have shown the greatest dollar increase in foundation funding over the past 10 years? Which have seen the greatest decrease? Which foundations nationally have shown the greatest percentage increase over the last 5 years in total granting to literacy? In fact, with this new analytics capability, you can now almost instantly answer 9.8 billion questions about foundations and recipients today that you could not yesterday. In this brief introduction, we will show you how it works and some of the things you can do. There are two main subjects we are introducing with analytics. Those are analytics regarding grant making, Canadian foundations. You can see there are 9,205 Canadian foundations that provided grants to charities in the last 10 years. Also, under subjects, you can choose recipients. We have cataloged over 56,489 grant recipients reported by Canadian foundations that have received in the last 10 years. There are a number of criterion you can set for foundations. You can pick the province they are located in. You can click Asset Range to focus your analysis on any size of funder. For instance, you can look at those above 50 million in assets and above, $500,000 to $1 million, or anything in between. Within the Grant Criterion section, you can select what province the granting is going to. You can select a giving interest from our growing list. You can pick any major funding category or any specific giving interest within a category. There are a number of options you can select as well once you have selected what type of organization you see. You can qualify them by size, by location, and that includes an analysis of their most current year's ranking. Alternatively, you can look at growth in funding by number of grants or aggregate amounts for various periods. You can review your results by list mode, or, coming soon, a growing list of graphic display options. You can sort your results in whatever sequence you like. You can flexibly choose the number of items you want to see. In the top right-hand corner, you will see options and what you can do with your searches. For instance, you can save any analytic query so you can rerun it. You can also export the results into a spreadsheet format for further analysis, reporting, or to store in another system. You can print the results out if you wish. And finally, on the farthest right, there is a help button that will display comprehensive help in using the analytics feature. Now, we are going to show you a few examples of what you can do. Getting back to our earlier questions, we want to analyze. Who are the top foundations by number of grants in the latest reporting year to health in Ontario? To do this, we will select foundations as the subject. Then the subject province will be Ontario. We are going to choose health as a granting category. And we are going to choose most recent year, ranking as the analysis subject, which is the default item here. And we will review it in list format. And we will sort by number of grants. And we will press go. Now you can see we have 2,517 foundations in Ontario that fund health. As you look through the list, you can see it is sorted by number of grants, largest to smallest, with that column highlighted. What we list is the descending sequence. You can easily resort it to see the smallest number of grant. In fact, you can sort this list by any column. What we list is the name of the foundation, the location in terms of city province, and the rank based on the criterion we want to rank back, number of grants in this case. We aggregate the total grant in the most recent reported year, as well as for income and asset in the most recent reported year. This button allows us to minimize the controls so we can display just the results. You can see quickly and powerfully how we can identify, sort, and present that information flexibly. You can launch these profiles that are listed. These profiles you are already familiar with. You can access detailed information on grants, or you can go to the website directly. For our second example, we are going to reset first. We are going to select recipient as our subject. We want to know which education recipient organizations in British Columbia have shown the greatest dollar increase in foundation funding over the past 10 years. We are going to select British Columbia as the subject province, then select Education as the category. We are going to look at the total funding over the last 10 years. We will sort the results by total amounts of grants, then press Go. You can see instantly there are 255 recipients for grants within the last 10 years. You can see the amount of grants change. The field highlight for the sort sequence is change in this case. For our third example, we are going to first reset. We are going to look at which foundations nationally have shown the greatest percentage increase over the last 5 years in total granting to literacy. We will choose our subject as foundations. This is a nationwide sort, so it includes funders of all provinces, all assets, and all income ranges to all provinces. We are looking across all categories and at the giving interest that is for literacy. We are interested in the greatest percentage increase in grant amount over the last 5 years. We want to see in a list format, and we want to see the amount for all percentages. And we will select total amount to sort by, and then press Go. You can see here that there are 128 foundations listed. So, you can see we can analyze almost anything. Foundations, charities, locations, funding categories, and giving interests, grant amounts and changes, asset and income amounts and changes. We encourage you to test and give us your feedback and thoughts on additional information you would like to analyze, or any other suggestions you might find would help this become a more useful feature for you. You can provide us a comment by clicking on feedback at the bottom of the screen. Your feedback will be directly sent to our development product group. Thank you for your time and have a lovely day.